Picture this. You're wedged into an economy seat that seems designed for contortionists. Your knees practically kissing the seatback tray while your fellow passenger claims both armrests like they're staking territorial claims in the Wild West. You sip that pathetic portion of lukewarm ginger ale and wonder, this is what my $400 purchased? But here's the insider secret. Right beneath your cramped quarters lies an untapped treasure trove of complimentary perks that airlines rarely advertise, simply because most passengers never know the right questions to ask. Consider it an exclusive underground menu at 35,000 feet, one that transforms your bargain basement flight experience into something remarkably more pleasant once you master the secret language of savvy travelers. Through countless flights and strategic observation of cabin crew interactions, I've assembled an arsenal of diplomatically assertive techniques that elevate even the most basic economy experience into something approaching comfortable luxury. And every single strategy costs you absolutely nothing. Prepare for takeoff as we dive into the insider's playbook. Maximizing your snack arsenal. That miniature pretzel packet represents just the opening act, not the finale. While most passengers accept their single serving and settle into hunger-induced misery, experienced flyers understand that the one per customer approach is more tradition than strict policy. Strategic timing becomes your greatest ally. Allow the initial service to conclude and the crew to decompress. Then venture to the galley with genuine friendliness and inquire, would it be possible to request an additional snack? When surplus inventory exists, which frequently occurs, you'll typically receive enthusiastic approval without bureaucratic resistance. Certain airlines have cultivated reputations for exceptional generosity. JetBlue maintains their legendary snack paradise with a dedicated self-service station positioned strategically mid-cabin. Imagine a celestial convenience store. While Southwest crews demonstrate remarkable willingness to provide continuous snack distribution for courteous requesters. Even traditionally conservative carriers like American or United reveal hidden abundance after completing their primary rounds. Think Dutch stroopwafels, artisanal cookies, gourmet chip varieties, and protein-packed granola bars on extended journeys. Professional insight: overnight red-eye flights and early morning departures typically feature enhanced snack provisions, particularly on transcontinental routes where airlines proactively combat passenger irritability. The golden rule: make your request confidently. Just avoid approaching during final descent when even the snacks are securing their seatbelts. Beverage liberation strategies. That thimble-sized cup drowning in ice cubes doesn't represent your complete beverage experience for the next several hours. You possess absolute authority to request additional servings, more soda, extra water, even commanding the entire can instead of accepting that ceremonial half-pour. Deploy this simple, friendly script. May I please have the complete can? During smooth flights when passenger call buttons remain dormant, most attendants gladly comply without hesitation. International travel unlocks premium Sky Lounge privileges. Numerous long-distance routes include complimentary beer, wine, and crafted cocktails in economy class, despite airlines rarely announcing these offerings over the intercom. Investigate your in-flight magazine or explore the entertainment system's beverage directory. You'll discover hidden treasures like sparkling water varieties, specialty ginger ales, and occasionally chocolate milk on family-oriented routes. Battling altitude-induced dehydration and emerging headaches? Request complete water bottles or steaming mugs of decaffeinated tea. Your body will express profound gratitude. Remember the formula: available inventory plus perfect timing plus irresistible charm equals success. The hot water revolution. Experienced travelers harbor secret weapons between their compression socks and noise-canceling headphones. Instant oatmeal packets, premium tea selections, perhaps even miso soup or gourmet noodle varieties. Hot water emerges as economy class's unsung champion, available completely free of charge. Flight attendants maintain steaming supplies at optimal temperatures. Simply press your call button or visit the galley requesting hot water for your personal cup, reusable bottle, or travel-ready soup container. Suddenly, you've constructed a personalized altitude dining establishment, soothing chamomile while fellow passengers nurse flat sodas, protein powder supplementation, satisfying noodle bowls, or soul-saving oatmeal at cruising altitude. Practical consideration: some travelers harbor skepticism regarding aircraft water systems. Hot water undergoes boiling or high-temperature heating processes for safety. If concerns persist, purchase sealed bottles in terminals for mixing purposes. Minimal preparation combined with complimentary hot water frequently eliminates overpriced, underwhelming airport sandwiches while maintaining your humanity throughout the journey. International meal opportunities. While domestic flights have embraced the pretzel and prayer service model, authentic hot meals in economy remain vibrantly alive on international routes. Cross oceanic boundaries and anticipate comprehensive complimentary dining. Heated entrees, fresh side salads, artisan rolls, delectable desserts, often accompanied by wine or beer selections. No manipulation required, simply book genuine long-haul flights like New York to London, Los Angeles to Tokyo, or Miami to Sao Paulo and await cruising altitude service. Expert strategy. Pre-select specialized meals, vegetarian, vegan, kosher, halal, gluten-free options, during booking. These receive separate preparation, arrive ahead of standard service, and consistently deliver superior freshness compared to default selections. Additional advantage. Many intercontinental flights provide dual service. Initial meals following takeoff and secondary offerings approximately 90 minutes before landing, featuring breakfast or refined snacks. 2 complimentary dining experiences at altitude, absolutely accept it. Ground delay. Compensation. Extended ground delays needn't condemn you to expensive airport starvation. When you've endured repetitive 30-minute postponements for hours due to airline controllable factors, mechanical issues, crew shortages, operational failures, excluding weather or air traffic control situations, you may qualify for undisclosed compensation beyond apologetic announcements. Approach gate agents directly. Are meal vouchers available for this extended delay? This benefit often exists in silence until someone demonstrates awareness. When activated, you'll receive vouchers applicable at airport restaurants or retail establishments, perhaps $10 to $15, sufficient for substantial sandwiches and beverages you didn't personally finance. Even ultra-budget carriers like Spirit or Frontier occasionally provide these vouchers during prolonged delays. Gentle persistence may prove necessary. Critical distinction: weather-related delays modify policies significantly, but airline-caused disruptions warrant compensation beyond simple rebooking. Minimum expectations include meal provisions. Rather than scrolling social media despondently for 2 hours at gate C17, approach politely, make informed requests, and reclaim dignity alongside dinner. That modest voucher might represent merely $10 to $15. Yet it translates into a satisfying hot sandwich and quality beverage you didn't personally finance. Even ultra-budget carriers, Spirit and Frontier among the notorious penny pinchers, occasionally demonstrate flexibility during extended airline-controlled delays, though you may require additional persistence paired with a diplomatic smile that communicates, "I understand the policies," while maintaining my pleasant demeanor. Remember the crucial distinction. Weather-related or air traffic control delays may not summon the complimentary meal provisions. However, when operational failures rest squarely on the airline's shoulders, you deserve substantially more than indifferent shoulder shrugs. Compensation extends far beyond simple rebooking. At minimum, you shouldn't endure forced starvation. Next time you find yourself stranded at gate C17 watching precious minutes dissolve, resist the temptation to scroll mindlessly into digital oblivion. Approach the desk courteously, make your informed request, and you'll likely depart clutching both a meal voucher and restored personal dignity. Mastering baggage strategy. Most travelers perceive checked luggage fees as sophisticated financial extraction schemes, and they possess remarkable accuracy. Yet frequent flyers harbor a quiet circumvention technique: voluntary gate checking. Execute this maneuver strategically. When you're carrying standard carry-on dimensions and overhead compartments resemble a chaotic Tetris championship in its final moments. Approach gate agents and offer graciously, "I'd be delighted to gate check this bag if it assists your operations." 90% of encounters yield enthusiastic acceptance, as this accelerates boarding procedures while liberating precious bin space. The magnificent payoff? Absolutely zero charges. Your luggage receives immediate tagging and travels via standard baggage handling to your destination's claim area, completely bypassing those punishing $30 fees. Avoid attempting to smuggle expedition-sized duffel bags disguised as carry-ons. This strategy applies exclusively to legitimate cabin baggage. If your luggage appears equipped for Himalayan expeditions, agents will swiftly decline and potentially impose penalty charges for the audacious attempt. Seeking guaranteed hassle-free checking without strategic maneuvering? Choose Southwest. 2 bags travel complimentary without requiring cryptographic decoder rings. For all other carriers, this courteous gateside offer can preserve finances, spare your shoulders, and eliminate the embarrassing spectacle of wrestling oversized rollers down narrow aisles while hundreds of passengers critique your organizational life choices. Strategic seat selection. Your allocated square footage determines your entire flight experience. You select your journey, examine the seat map, and suddenly every aisle position, window spot, even the tragic final row middle seat, displays premium pricing. Either pay the upgrade ransom or gamble with check-in roulette. Here's the industry's best-kept secret. Strategic patience consistently defeats financial barriers. Airlines deliberately restrict desirable seats during booking, particularly for basic economy passengers. As departure approaches, unsold premium inventory begins loosening restrictions, and frequently even preferred locations become available at zero additional cost. Your opportunity window opens precisely 24 hours before takeoff when online check-in activates. Log in immediately. The seating map undergoes constant reshuffling as passengers complete check-in procedures, and that coveted aisle seat you couldn't justify yesterday might become complimentary today. Traveling with children under 12, specific carriers, United prominently among them, maintain legal obligations to seat families together without imposing additional fees, even within budget fare categories. You may need to contact customer service or negotiate at the gate, but federal regulations prevent airlines from scattering your family like wayward confetti. Additional advantage, when flights aren't completely saturated, a diplomatic word to gate agents just before boarding can produce remarkable results. Would there be any possibility of securing a window or aisle seat? Polite presentation, professional appearance, and scheduling flexibility frequently equal positive responses. You needn't always purchase your escape from middle seats adjacent to lavatories. Sometimes patience, observation, and perfect timing suffice. Upgrade pathway strategies. Nothing compares to gliding past business class, observing those luxurious throne-like seats, crystal champagne flutes, and serene noise-canceling tranquility, before reluctantly turning toward economy reality. However, a legitimate pathway exists from seat 28C to 3A that doesn't require supernatural intervention or titanium-level credit cards. Airline Loyalty Program Enrollment. This recommendation sounds almost insultingly elementary, yet it represents the fundamental game rule. Even occasional travelers who fly several times annually gain system recognition when economy oversells and premium cabins maintain availability. Selection criteria depend on status levels, booking classifications, check-in timing, and occasionally gate agents' morning disposition. But without database registration, you're permanently excluded from consideration. Alternative approach. Certain carriers permit last-minute mileage upgrades at departure gates. 5,000 to 7,000 miles for premium cabin access. While not technically complimentary, it costs dramatically less than advanced purchase premiums. Professional desk insight. Become the passenger everyone wants to assist. When operational requirements necessitate passenger relocations and luxury seats remain vacant, gracious, prepared, and genuinely human travelers typically triumph over those who assault counters with entitled attitudes. Sometimes optimal strategy involves early arrival, authentic smiles, and allowing established systems to function naturally. Connection survival tactics. Tight connections transform even Zen master travelers into desperate sprinters. Wheels touch down, your connecting flight begins boarding in 25 minutes, and you're calculating impossibilities while the aisle moves with glacial patience. Deploy crew assistance strategically. Discreetly inform flight attendants before landing about your razor-thin layover timeline. They may relocate you closer to the exit during descent. Those preserved minutes can determine success or failure. When movement isn't feasible, they can announce over the intercom requesting passengers without urgent connections allow sprinters to deplane first. While not miraculous guaranteed, this intervention transforms you from aisle debating with strangers to terminal dashing toward salvation. Enhanced scenario. When both flight segments utilize identical airlines, gate agents can pre-position you before boarding commences. Their motivation aligns perfectly with yours, avoiding costly missed connection expenses. While not glamorous upgrade territory, it's legitimate complementary positioning closer to exits that significantly improves your odds of catching subsequent flights rather than befriending vending machines at Gate B47. Entertainment treasure trove. If you've secured your seatbelt, raised your tray table, and resigned yourself to 5 hours of airborne purgatory, you're overlooking accessible entertainment wealth. Seatback screens on major carriers now conceal extensive collections of movies, television series, games, and curated playlists available without credit card presentations. No dedicated screen? Numerous fleets embrace bring-your-own-device policies. Connect to onboard Wi-Fi, not for internet browsing, but accessing airline portals, and stream complete shows, films, real-time flight maps, even interactive trivia, absolutely free. Professional recommendation: download airline applications before airport arrival. Some portals require them, and mid-flight represents terrible timing for discovering unavailable downloads. Explore beyond obvious options. You'll often discover meditation soundscapes, foreign language mini-courses, or comprehensive airport connection guides that transform idle time into productive education. While tablets loaded with personal downloads remain valuable, you might discover redundancy. Aircraft already carry more extensive libraries than anticipated. Simply activate and enjoy. Audio equipment solutions. Universal experience. You connect your headphones, one ear produces static, or the plug incompatibly confronts dual-prong sockets. Complete silence ensues. Don't endure silent blockbuster torture through white-knuckle determination. Airlines offering in-flight entertainment almost universally maintain complimentary headset inventories. Sometimes crews distribute them during service. Sometimes they're stored in galley compartments. On numerous international flights, they're elegantly positioned on seats alongside blankets and pillows as modest sky-welcoming gestures. Do they rival studio-quality equipment? Absolutely not. But they function effectively, substantially improving turbulence-challenged lip-reading experiences. If you missed initial distribution, press call buttons or take brief strolls requesting assistance. When surplus exists, headphones appear without interrogation requirements. Connectivity without financial penalties. When Wi-Fi activation chimes sound, numerous passengers brace for $15 charges and 5 minutes of buffering frustration. Alternative solutions exist increasingly. Growing numbers of U.S. carriers, Delta, Alaska, Southwest prominently included, offer complimentary messaging through applications like iMessage, WhatsApp, and Facebook Messenger. The technique involves joining aircraft Wi-Fi and selecting free messaging options on welcome pages. This focuses on text-based communication rather than media-intensive sharing. Photographs and videos aren't priorities. However, for landed safely, experiencing Denver delays, or mid-flight text-based humor, it delivers precisely what's needed at zero cost. Preparation matters crucially. Update applications while grounded, open them once before takeoff, and verify airplane mode maintains Wi-Fi activation. You'd be amazed how many passengers skip this simple step and subsequently blame connectivity infrastructure. Regarding comprehensive internet access, the landscape continues evolving. Previously, airborne Wi-Fi felt magical, then extortionate. Now, depending on your carrier, it might be complimentary. JetBlue established industry standards with Fly-Fi, providing gate-to-gate connectivity without charges across most network routes. Delta rapidly implements complimentary Wi-Fi for SkyMiles members. No elite status required, just free account registration and login credentials. United hasn't completely embraced free-for-all policies yet, but has tested substantial discounts for loyalty members and trends toward greater accessibility. Intelligent strategy. Research your carrier's current policies before traveling and register for any free memberships unlocking access. 5 minutes of home preparation could save $15 mid-flight, and scrolling without financial penalties can transform metal tubes into tolerable offices or superior procrastination environments. Family travel advantages. Traveling with toddlers represents less vacation and more logistical choreography. Here's valuable relief. Within the United States, children under 2 fly complimentary as lap infants on domestic routes with most carriers, Southwest, Delta, American included. Notify airlines during booking and maintain birth certificates for check-in verification. Internationally, lap infants typically travel for fractional fares, often around 10% of adult tickets, representing tremendous savings compared to purchasing dedicated seats. Interesting observation. Flights with numerous lap infants sometimes feature empty seats near rear sections, especially during off-peak seasons. No guarantees, but it can improve spare seat acquisition odds. The opportunity expires quickly. Once second birthdays arrive, full fares, dedicated seats, and complete potential for theatrical displays become mandatory. If trips approach and birthdays loom, that complimentary travel window closes rapidly. Capitalize while available. Don't overlook sanity-preserving resources, activity kits. Many mainline crews, United, Delta, Alaska among them, maintain child-friendly packages loaded with coloring sheets, crayons, puzzles, sometimes even nostalgic plastic wings. You needn't await formal announcements. Friendly inquiries like, "Do you have any children's activity kits available?" often produce immediate peace-offering solutions. Bonus insight. You don't require age 12 or younger to appreciate them. Nervous flyers find coloring pages at altitude perform minor therapeutic miracles. Some kits include fidget accessories or textured elements designed to channel anxious energy effectively. Conclusion: maximizing economy. Excellence economy class doesn't mandate ascetic suffering. Between enhanced snacking and beverage strategies, superior seating maneuvers, comprehensive onboard entertainment, child-friendly diversions, connection assistance, and occasional delay compensation vouchers, cabin value exceeds booking page suggestions significantly. The essential technique involves understanding available opportunities and requesting them gracefully. Airlines won't advertise hidden perks in neon signage. These treasures exist within galleys, behind beverage carts, and through crew members' discretionary kindness toward polite requests. Next time you travel, resist defaulting to bare minimum expectations. Ask confidently. Smile authentically. Speak assertively when circumstances warrant. Travel like someone who comprehends system mechanics. If even one strategy yields enhanced comfort, financial savings, or reduced travel stress, share your success story. What's the most valuable complimentary perk you've secured at altitude, and what will you attempt next journey? Distribute this wisdom with your favorite travel companions, especially the perpetually snack-forgetting friends. And if you appreciate straightforward travel intelligence, you know where subscription buttons reside. Thank you for embracing smarter travel practices. See you in the skies.